Now this time, let's start with Dame. Looking at his leadership, there's not much to say. At times, Dame can be an excellent leader due to mainly his overall scoring prowess. He has always expressed his leadership through being the main ball handler on the Blazers and has led his team that way. However, there are times in the playoffs when he doesn't show up when his teams need him to the most. There isn't any evidence that would suggest he is a great verbal leader, but his scoring and passing abilities do hold water. Other than that, there's not much else to say, so I'm giving Dame a 6 in overall leadership. Switching to Kyrie, much of the same can be said. He excels in leading his teams through his scoring abilities and/or being the main ball handler option. There's not much evidence of verbal leadership, but certainly for scoring. In the summer of 2017, after losing in the NBA Finals, he decided to take on a new challenge of being the leader again of his own team and not being under LeBron's wing. And, well, we all know how well that turned out. Yeah. But honestly, we do have to remember that the NBA is a business and people sometimes just need to do what's best for them. But even though times change and people change, that utter lack of loyalty to his teammates will ding him a bit on this one. But other than that, he's essentially the exact same as Dame in the sense that he has some leadership flaws or things he could improve upon concerning his leadership, but he has proven he can lead his teams through his scoring abilities. I'm giving Kyrie a 5 in this category. Looking at Dame's special or underrated abilities, I personally look to his passing as one, but mainly his clutch gene. Something special about Dame is his innate ability to perform in the clutch. Not many players have it, but Dame is one of them. He has countless buzzer beaters, for example the game winner against Houston in 2014 and the series-winning shot against OKC in 2019. That's 2 teams he's put to rest in a playoff series off a clutch shot. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. Going to his underrated abilities, as I already mentioned, his passing gets heavily overlooked. I mean, when I saw his passing stats, I was honestly kinda shocked. I didn't expect that out of him. But all in all, I'm giving Dame an 8 in special and/or underrated abilities. Going to Kyrie, just as most of the other categories, it's basically the same. Concerning his special abilities, it's clearly his ability to literally defy gravity, as per seen in this video. I mean, look at that. Is he like an airbender? Who on earth else can do that? Am I the only one who can't believe this? Come on guys, I can't be the only one. All jokes aside, his special ability is clearly his clutch gene. His most memorable of clutch moments is of course the game winner in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals to ultimately clinch that final series. This man is about as clutch as they get. Concerning his underrated abilities, similar to Dame, his passing is certainly overlooked a lot. Not many people would be able to tell you on the spot that Kyrie has averaged around 7 assists a game in a season. So, all said, I'm also giving Kyrie an 8 in this category. Looking at Dame first, we see that he is pretty accomplished. In 8 total seasons, he's a 5-time All-Star, a 1-time member of the first team All-NBA, a 2-time member of the All-NBA second team, a 1-time member of the third team, was the Rookie of the Year in 2013, and also was a member of that rookie year's first team. Now, it's not super likely he'll win an MVP by the end of his career, and unless the Blazers sign an amazing free agent before the end of Lillard's prime, it's unlikely he'll win a championship. However, I'm sure he'll be playing for a long time from now, and who knows what else he could accomplish in the future. All in all, I'm giving Dame a 7.5 in accolades. Now to Kyrie, he is also very accomplished. Kyrie Irving is a 1-time NBA champion, a 6-time All-Star, was the NBA All-Star Game MVP, is a 1-time member of the All-NBA second and third teams, was the Rookie of the Year in 2012, and also was first team in his rookie class. I don't really know if that All-Star Game MVP shouldn't count, but I'm including it anyways for the heck of it, but it's not a determinant for this ranking. Regardless, it's safe to say that with that championship ring, the advantage is in Kyrie's favor. However, we also see that Dame has a first team and second team All-NBA selection on Kyrie in one less season played, which lessens the gap a lot. You also combine that with the fact that Dame has never played with another All-Star, let alone two on one team, makes that gap even smaller. In all honesty, that gap is very small, but it is there. I'm giving Kyrie a slightly higher 8 for accomplishments. Starting with Dame, we see he has played some top-notch teams. My personal definition for the notable teams these two had to have played are third seed and better, a team with 2 or more All-Stars, a team that made the finals that year, or a team that won that year's championship. He has played the 2014 championship Spurs, the 2016 73-9 Golden State Warriors, the 2017 championship Warriors, the 2019 6th-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder, the 2019 2nd-seeded Nuggets, and the 2019 Golden State Warriors. He has played 2 teams that won that championship that year and the greatest regular season team of all time. Being that he's in the West, that has forced him to play some top-notch competition. Everything considered, I'm giving Dame a 9 for overall competition played. Going to Kyrie, here are the notable teams he has played in the playoffs. In 2015, he played the 3rd-seeded Bulls, the 1st-seeded Hawks, and the 2015 championship Warriors, technically only for 1 game. In 2016, he faced the 2nd-seeded Raptors and the 73-9 Warriors. In 2017, he played the 1st-seeded Celtics and the 2017 championship Warriors. In 2018, he was out with injury, and in 2019, he played the 1st-seeded Bucks. Now that is some pretty crazy competition. He played the championship team of those in the same season twice as well, and also played the greatest regular season team of all time. Dame faced some tough competition, but Kyrie has as well. Analyzing this further, it's actually really close when you look at everything, but I'm giving the edge to Kyrie by a slight margin. They both faced the Warriors 3 times, but in 2019, Dame played them with no Kevin Durant, and Kyrie has played more 1st and 3rd-seeded teams overall, but it is very close in the end. I'm giving Kyrie a slightly higher 9.5 for competition. With Dame, we see that he has clearly been the number 1 option for his Portland Trail Blazers for essentially every year since 2014. He has led them in the playoffs with his leadership in terms of his scoring abilities, and has done so for every year of his career in the playoffs. Ask this question: where would Portland be without Damian Lillard? The answer to that would likely be a team in the lottery looking for an identity. And so, because of this, I'm giving Damian Lillard a 9 for total value because he has meant essentially almost everything to the Portland Trail Blazers organization and their success in the playoffs over the course of his entire career. Lastly, to Kyrie for total value, he's up there as well. He was the only good player on the Cavs from 2011 to 2014, but when LeBron came back, his value dropped somewhat. Of course, how valuable was he in that 2016 championship run to the Cavs? Incredibly valuable. However, LeBron still meant much more to their title hopes for the 3 total seasons that they played together. When he went to Boston, he was their most valuable player, but not by a long shot. In this season with the Nets, I'm not going to count it because he only played 20 regular season games, even though they're currently in the standings to make the playoffs. So, with everything said, I'm giving Kyrie an 8.5 for total value to the teams he's played on. Now, finally at the end, and after adding everything up, here is the final point totals for both point guards. Kyrie Irving came out with a total of 71.5, and Damian Lillard came out with a total of 74. So, this rating system came to the conclusion that Damian Lillard is in fact the better player of the two in this comparison. I personally would have to agree with that as well. I do believe that Dame is just slightly better than Kyrie Irving, but it is ultimately extremely close whichever way you slice it. I hope that through this video though, you now have a better idea of how to compare two players in terms of what aspects to compare them on and whatnot, and also give you new perspectives to which player in a comparison of two could be the better one. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this vid. I'm hoping this coronavirus dies down eventually and that the season can resume, but stay safe, make smart choices, and this has been Deluxe Gamer here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.